All right, welcome to the Supreme Team Podcast. Today we've got Konnor,
Hello.
Josh,
What's up?
Chris.
Hello?
He changed his name, so it threw me off for a second. Dominic,
What's up?
Alyssa,
Hello.
and Matt.
I'm actually Alyssa.
Oh, well.
Also,
Okay.
also
Way to
myself.
take away my rights.
I identify as Alyssa.
Yeah, it was really weird because I was like reading the names off of Discord, and Chris changed his name to P Diddy and put him under Dominic. And
Right.
And I was just like, who the fuck? Where'd Chris go?
Oh wait, did you say Alyssa? I thought you said a lizard. I identify as a lizard.
Sounds
No,
about right.
not a snake.
Both reptiles.
No, I identify with saving on car
I think
insurance.
that a snake is definitely a type of lizard.
Wait, no,
They
that's
just
like
don't-
that's a gecko.
They just don't have arms.
Yeah, that's still a lizard.
or feet.
Geckos
or
are
tail.
lizards.
Oh, I guess
Yeah.
a snake has
But-
a tail.
The fuck?
Geckos are lizards?
Yeah.
What the fuck else would they be? Don't say geckos. Don't say
I
geckos.
was gonna say just fucking geckos.
Salesman? I
I'll
don't know.
literally look it up right
They're-
now.
They are lizards. They got the scaly skin. They got
Geico.
the 4 legs and
No,
got a
they're
tail.
insurance sellers.
Shut the fuck up, pig.
Just for clarification, her name on Discord is Pig.
Oink,
No,
oink.
she's just a pig.
Oh, there's no visual for this,
Oh,
right?
No,
Oops.
it's,
Nope. Static image.
it's
Just-
just the Supreme Team Podcast image.
So, yeah, no, I'm just a misogynist.
Yes.
No.
God.
Maybe
Gecko versus lizard. They're not the
Sensational.
same thing.
um.
They're not?
So do we
No.
want to open? So do we want to open up that
Fresh, big brain.
the one topic we were talking about previously?
Yeah.
Okay, which one?
I mean, we got a few.
Do we want to talk about
Uh,
the pizza topic? Or we want to talk about superheroes?
Pizza.
Nah, do the pizza topic because
What's
that's
the pizza topic?
So-
I wasn't here for
Alright,
that.
we'll go with
Pizza
snacks
topic.
first.
So, Chris has a pizza in the oven right now,
Mm.
and he fucked up his timer, so it's gonna
Mhm.
come
no. Timer fucked itself up. Okay.
No, you-
I set
You
that shit
think-
down
not
and it was
human
like,
error, right?
nah, dude. I set that shit down and it was like, I'm gonna take a nap real quick and then fucking turn itself off. I find out that it turned itself off. I turn it back on. Timer didn't go, so I gotta like judge how long I've been here, what it's been off.
So-
Speaking of pizzas in the oven, I have a funny story.
Oh wait, hold on, save that. So,
Are you pregnant? With an Italian baby?
That's for the end.
Matt,
Oh.
shush.
actually, Josh, tell your story because me and Matt are about to get into a very heated discussion. I feel like.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. It's
No
a
pun
quick
intended.
story. Basically, when I did that bike crash a few years ago,
Oh, you gotta tell that. You gotta tell that story now.
No. That's
no,
for
I'm
another
summing it
time.
up. Bike crash happened. Father had to go get me. My father just got off work when he had to get me.
What?
And like as we're driving up to the hospital, my brother calls because my dad was only home for like 2 minutes and he put a pizza in the oven. And my brother was like, "Hey dad, you want me to take the pizza out of the oven?"
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You gonna finish?
It was just burnt to high at hell.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say your dad said no, and then Nathan burnt the fucking house down.
Yeah, no.
No, it was just
I thought
common
that was the
sense
end of the
that he
story.
should have taken
Josh,
it out.
Josh, I think that the most entertaining part of that story is the fact that the reason you fell off your bike was because you were playing Pokemon Go.
Oh,
Indeed.
Wow.
In the
Okay,
rain.
so it was a bicycle.
It was a very sharp
not a
turn.
motorbike.
Yeah, not a
It was
motorcycle.
a bicycle. He was
I
playing
don't know. It
Pokemon
could have
Go.
been a
Mountain
moped
bike.
or a dirt
Yeah,
bike
it
or
was
something.
raining really hard too.
Okay, so back to Chris. Chris has a pizza in the oven. It could be human error or phone error or whatever timer he's using, but the timer is messed up. So he has to wait and hear the beep for now, or keep going and keep checking it. But if he waits,
Definitely human error.
yeah, it was probably human error. But if he waits for the
shitters.
beep, it's gonna be kind of burnt. And I was like, and I said, I mean, it could be a little crispy. Crispy's good.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Ooh.
I like
Well, so-
crunchy stuff, so
I do
Well,
not like crunchy pizza.
To stop
I
you
love
right
crunchy
there,
pizza.
I'm
Nice
sort of with
and
Alyssa
gooey, bro.
because here's the thing. The only time you ever get like actual crispy pizza that I like is from like Lido's. But anything that comes from like a store that's like one of those like oven pizzas and it's crispy. It's not
DiGiorno's,
very good.
Let's go. That's
Like
what I get right now.
they're usually not super good.
What kind of crust is it?
I love crispy pizza.
Stuffed
It's
rice and crust.
the best.
actually.
Stuffed crust is disgusting.
It's
Stuffed crust
You
that's
better
amazing.
watch your
Yeah,
mouth,
shut
Mike. You
up.
I
better
think we all disagree with you.
start
right
the
now.
I am very
say-
neutral on stuffed crust.
I'd say
I'll
it's
eat
hit
it
or
if it's
miss.
on there, but I typically prefer to have a regular crust.
Like you have to put in a lot of extra moisture into the outside of the crust if you're gonna do stuffed crust, because otherwise it's just dry bread with chunks of shit in there.
Yeah.
It's just like,
That's facts.
Oh,
like who wants that?
but I was gonna say earlier because
Apparently, everyone in this call.
Matt had mentioned French bread pizza. I don't remember why. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
Not a fan at
Ew.
all.
What is French
Ew.
bread?
It's like where
Uh,
the whole thing is a pizza.
it's
Like there's
like-
no crust.
It's Stouffer's.
Yeah.
It's like
I
a
don't
boat.
think I've ever had that before.
It's like a.
It's like a little boat.
It's yeah. It's like a
So
pizza
wait,
with,
it
like, a
has no
baguette.
crust.
like a
It's like
It's
the
like
crust is.
it's like one of those things of French bread you get it at the store.
like a baguette.
Yeah,
It's
and
like
you
a
cut it in
baguette,
half,
Put it in half and then took the
and you
top
put the
off of
pizza
it.
on it.
Yeah, like if
You
you
put
took
pizza
the
in it?
top.
Not a
No,
fan.
no, listen.
That sounds pretty good.
It is good. I had them when I was kids.
When you were kids?
Yeah,
When
Multiple
you were multiple
kids.
kids, then they all
yeah.
combined and
We
made
used
them-
we
they all
we
combined
used
and
the
made Matt.
Batara. It was just two. It was just two moderately fat kids. Now I'm obese.
Matt is
Oh,
a Matt is a
wow.
child.
You
Voltron.
like you fused together.
Yeah, basically, but we did it wrong. And we never separated.
Mm,
Crunchy pizza, best pizza.
No.
Yep.
So you say that, and then you say you don't like French bread pizza.
Not a fan.
So it's like,
You're right, I don't.
well, no, not
No,
you.
I think Mikey's just
Mikey.
a crust
I
guy.
love crust.
Well, yeah, no. So crust is really good, and I think
Yeah,
That can be
I
taken
think
out of
it's-
context.
Mikey,
I
we
think
know.
it's good when like it's like a mixture between crunchy, like
Yes.
when the crust is like tough
Yeah.
but not crunchy.
That's so. I
Hmm.
usually, whenever I cook stuff in the oven for pizzas, I usually go on the higher end of the time because you know how it's like it's this pizza that's in the oven. It's at 19 to 21 minutes. I'm kind of going on like the higher end of 20, 21, just to kind of get that little bit of crisp,
I don't
but
know.
like not get that shit where it's just like
No.
pepperoni's like sizzled up.
It's gotta be a healthy medium.
Well, because like I'm not talking about like the bottom of the pizza. I'm talking about like the
The
legitimate
actual
crust.
crust.
Yeah, no, I don't like it to be hard.
No. That's what I'm saying.
But like I want the crust to be able to be just enough so I can if I want to do like some garlic butter dipping sauce or something at the end or like some marinara, throw that sucker in there, it can absorb it. Because if it's that little shitty fucking like a fucking stinger, as people from Boston would call it, it's not going to be able to absorb any of the moisture and like get any flavor on it.
Matt's superpower is to create the perfect pizza.
No.
Real quick though,
Teach me,
Matt,
sensei.
would
Yeah.
you say that if you go to different pizza places like
Mhm.
pizza shops and stuff,
Right.
and they they have the different recipes and things, would you say some crust is better than others and you would actually like refuse to eat some?
Oh God, yes.
Okay, just making sure I'm not like a crack.
Because no, because like there's some there's one pizza place I went to in particular where like the pizza was all right, it was a little bit greasy. The typical problem of most Italian food is where you get that big fucking grease puddle in the middle, and you can dab it off with a napkin.
Yep.
Then you sort of look like a little bit of a bitch. So most of the time you just pick the pizza up and you want to let it drip or something, but like and then you get to the crust and it was almost like the entire pizza was uniform, and then you got to the crust and it's like they just decided for some artistic reason they were gonna put raw dough on the crust.
Ooh,
And it was
what
and it was
the-
no. That's what it felt like in my mouth because it was like
Oh.
dry to the touch. It was like crispity crunchy. It was like the consistency of a hollow pretzel, like hard pretzel. Like it was bad. It was really bad. And like I never don't eat crust. Anyone who doesn't eat the crust of their pizza and they're above the age of 17, I'm disappointed. That's what I'm gonna say.
Absolute fucking animals.
Why 17?
Yeah.
Because 16, you get your driver's license, and you can go out and you can actually start to experience, the
Good
multiple culinary things that are about. You sort of explore that. By the time you're 17, if you've gone out and you've had a little bit of fun, considering if you drive, and you still don't eat your crust, like. That's just a sign that life isn't going to work out for you.
That's really harsh.
What a...
Chris just muted his mic, so I believe he's going to go get his pizza now.
Well,
Right.
Okay, real quick. Can I need it.
I'm
What are
obviously
you guys' favorite
exaggerating,
toppings
by the way.
on pizza?
Favorite topping? Pepperoni.
Okay.
I just
Bacon.
like buffalo
Hey,
chicken
bacon.
pizza.
Ooh, wait, no, Alyssa, you're a genius. Buffalo chicken
chicken-
ranch pizza is a
Hell yeah.
godsend.
Personally, I like a white pizza with feta.
All right.
Too fancy for me.
Oh, like a white
Buffalo
sauce
chicken.
pizza?
Yeah, white sauce
That's
pizza.
disgusting.
Well,
White-
have you ever had it?
White
Oh,
sauce is nasty as fuck.
I
You're
agree with
stupid.
that.
You're
Oh
all
my
stupid.
gosh.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh my gosh. Really cool.
Damn,
when was the last time you had a white sauce pizza, Mikey?
Last time I had a white sauce pizza, it was
His
when I was in a
uncle.
production of Beauty and the Beast, which 4 years ago.
He's lying. He can.
Where did you get it from?
I do not remember. It was a friend. Friend gave me a slice.
And I came
Okay,
on his pizza.
so-
Friend drugged it.
Oh wow.
So here's the
Yo,
thing.
Dominic.
White sauce.
If you just get a white pizza, it's not as good. But there's a place by my house. They have this garlic butter, feta, and spinach pizza.
My mouth
It's-
is watering.
Absolutely delicious.
Have y'all ever had spaghetti pizza?
Yes.
What the fuck?
No.
No,
There's a-
Connor, I can tell you what I have had though. Flaming hot Cheeto pizza.
There's a place by my house that makes like specialty pizzas, so they have like taco pizza
Mhm.
and like stuff like that. So,
Spaghetti
yeah.
pizza is god tier. It's really good.
It is
I'm
pretty
like
good.
starting to get hungry, and I really want to go upstairs and make my my ramen that I had to like buy the scrap ingredients from the grocery store.
Oh yeah, because they
Oh,
don't
yeah.
they don't have it. 'cause
Oh,
people are
no ramen. Yeah.
stockpiling.
We can switch topics if you want. Then get off the pizza. Feel
No,
it's
no,
like-
How
no.
about we get on the pizza?
We
While
can keep
topping
talking. I
itself?
got beer
I also feel
to
like
fill me up.
I also feel
You
like
sit on the pizza.
we're starting. I feel like it's starting. The topic's starting to die down. Anyways, there's only so much you can talk about with pizza.
Yeah. It
do you
usually
mean?
will move on naturally.
I could talk
mean,
about
the most
people who eat
versatile
cheese pizza that they have like very, very bland taste, but
I
yeah.
like cheese pizza.
yeah, cheese
You are-
pizza's fine.
Cheese pizza's
It's not my
good.
first choice,
It's
but like
Josh doesn't
it's
like
good.
Josh doesn't like cheese pizza because he almost choked on it once.
Are you fucking
That's
kidding me?
not only the reason I don't.
Yeah,
like it.
sure.
No,
He's
no,
not
well,
lying.
well,
Every time he sees cheese pizza, he hears boss music.
Yes.
Josh fucking hated cheese pizza the day that it happened. Like he was pissed off that we had cheese pizza, and then he ate one, and then it betrayed him and tried to kill him.
I don't know.
It was its revenge. I gave it a chance,
Yeah.
and it
Well-
took my trust and tried to kill me.
I mean, it's not like people usually buy cheese pizza because they like cheese pizza. Cheese pizza only really rears its head when you go to like a party and it's like the neutral pizza to make sure that people are happy, because that's like a vegetarian option.
A vegetarian option. It's dairy.
That's vegan.
Yeah,
dumbass.
vegetarian.
Yeah, it's
not
vegan,
vegan.
dipshit.
Oh, my fault. Disclaimer: I am
Um,
stupid.
I mean, there's some hardcore vegans that don't even take
Obviously.
anything from the animal.
It's good for people who don't eat pork or beef or anything like that. For like religious reasons. It's just a good pizza to bring to a party. But
Matt,
like, I
party
can
expert.
completely understand why someone would say cheese pizza isn't their favorite. Or like they prefer not to eat cheese pizza.
Listen, if people just say cheese pizza is their favorite, I can't believe it.
They're also the same people that don't eat crust.
Probably.
Therefore, they should be cold.
No, well, it just means they're children.
They should be
My
self-quarantined
point-
from
my-
society.
My point still stands.
Alright, boomer, Jesus. Kill the young people. No Medicare.
Dude, if we kill the young people and then the old people die from the coronavirus,
Future generations will
Then
thank
there's
us.
no one.
then there's
We're
no
talking
one.
Are we talking about the coronavirus now?
I mean,
Dude, how's
No.
your pizza?
haven't
I haven't
haven't you
eaten
ever
it yet,
thought
but
just
it's
like
pretty
people
alright.
younger than you suck?
True.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
Dude,
usually.
really?
Yeah.
I'm the youngest
pretty
one
sure-
here
Yeah, imagine
right
turning
now.
18
I hate my
this year.
neighbors.
I'm pretty sure
Like-
that I'm pretty sure Matt's the oldest one here.
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
I'm
I'm
definitely
second.
the youngest.
I just hit 25.
You're definitely the
Then
oldest.
yes, you're definitely the
Matt is
oldest.
20 okay,
Like, I just had my birthday.
I
Let's
think
go down the list.
Happy
Wait, when's your
birthday.
birthday?
St.
Let's sing.
Patrick's.
Really?
Let's
Fuck,
sing.
why did you tell us
was
that?
He did. It was
I
in the
did.
last one.
He did.
He talked about the leprechaun and shit because he goes to the bars and they get free drinks because they pay him.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I also
Mine's the 14th.
did remember because I did
Hmm.
write it down.
Yeah. Pretty much everyone in my family that is, like, around my age have birthdays in March.
Really?
So apparently all the older
I mean,
people
my brother
stay
had his
fucking
yesterday.
at the same time.
Your birthday was yesterday?
No, my brother had his 21st yesterday.
Did you pick up some
Nathan's
Bruce?
22.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Jesus, Matt.
I told you I was drinking beers.
So
I'm gonna have like a zillion of them.
It's Modelo time.
I think the
Did I
age
time?
range.
It's Corona
um,
time.
I think the age range in this group extends from like 18 to.
It's 18 and 25.
Wait, Alyssa's only 18?
Yeah.
I feel real dirty making all those jokes now.
Why?
Mhm.
Because you are baby.
Dun,
No,
dun, bum, bum, bum,
no.
bum,
Kevin ain't
bum.
here.
Kevin's
Yeah,
No.
baby.
Kevin-
Kevin's
Yeah,
not here.
Kevin's baby. Do not steal his role.
No, Alyssa is baby.
The
No, I'm
literal,
not.
You better change that
been
name
in
to
this-
Piglet real quick, darling.
I've been in this group since I was 16
I thought it was-
when I
Pedophiles.
joined in
You're all
there.
pedophiles.
we were all like 17.
Actually,
Supreme Team was
Yeah,
founded
they're-
when we were like 14.
they're
Right.
only two. Well, Chris is only a year older.
And that was when it
Then-
was Turnip Squad.
Mikey
Blech.
and
what a
Dominic
terrible name.
are only 2 years older than me. How old are you, Konnor?
I am 22.
Okay, well, you're.
I sound like I'm 15.
And you look like a weird version of like a 5-year-old, 55-year-old.
Facts.
Connor, I don't even know what you look like.
Big facts. You want
He's a
picture?
cutie.
Yes.
Oh, give her the toilet one.
Yeah, I got it.
Anyways.
We went to a party together, and Connor sort of like stuck with me, and I can drink probably anyone that is in this server under the table 2 to 3 times over.
I mean, I'm a lightweight, so yeah,
I
that's.
wouldn't say I stuck with you, considering the entire house was like one room.
I've
Well, no,
never
but
been-
like drinking wise. Like I was like, Connor, let's take a shot, and you were just, no, man. And I'm like, come on.
Yeah, I got peer pressured real hard. Austin wasn't letting up on me either.
Yeah, no.
Here you go, Alyssa. This is Toilet Connor.
I'll put
Where'd
the
you
I'll
put
I'll
it?
put the picture in the description.
Oh boy.
Wait, where's toilet?
Just
Connor?
flash it on the screen for like
Do you
5
want me to
seconds.
post it in?
Oh, you DM'd her.
Yeah, yeah just DM it. DM me the picture.
All the facial
Yeah.
hair is gone now.
Yeah.
That is not
The
what
little
I thought you were gonna look like.
the little white piece is a piece of toilet paper I stuck to his forehead with sanitizer because he was
Sanitizer.
bleeding.
Ew.
And I was like, I don't want you to get infected, so here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I usually wear glasses, and all the facial hair is gone now.
Oh, okay. I understand now when we were playing that game earlier and then you drew Connor. Now I understand.
Here, I made a podcast chat
You drew
text
me
channel.
in Drawful?
Yeah,
Yeah, because we were playing Drawful and you were one of the
the words.
The words. I also recorded, so that might not be coming out. Who knows? I
Mhm.
don't know if there's enough content. Also,
I
Right.
don't think so.
Way to self-promote.
Well, so I know we were gonna talk about the whole superhero thing.
yeah,
In the like the worst superpowers and everything.
I've been trying so hard to transition to that.
Well, so I was sitting there and I told my dad about it because he was really into comics when he was younger. And the only time I can really ever talk to him without getting a lecture about anything, about like life in general, is if my grandma's around because he doesn't want to seem confrontational when she's around.
That makes sense.
So I told him about Safe Space and Snowflake,
No.
and I showed him like the promotional stuff, and he went, huh, and he read up on it, and I got a text not but like 15 minutes ago. He was like, I see myself as an older person a bit more progressive, but this just looks like bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit. It's so
Okay, I mean their powers are kind of cool. Their names just suck.
Yeah, I think Safe Space's
No.
power is pretty cool.
Yes.
A hero who can make barriers but can't use a barrier himself.
If it was just Safe Space, I feel like that would be a good one. But like Snowflake just
Snowflake
getting
is
thrown in is dumb.
Snowflake is just discount Iceman.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say that.
It's
Like-
just ice shurikens.
Exactly. Like
It's a
like
shitty Greninja.
It is.
you're not wrong.
I mean,
Like-
but imagine if Greninja could actually use water shurikens and like have it freeze midair.
That'd be a
Whoa.
terrible
Pretty
ice
cool.
move.
Fucking choice band ice shard user.
Nah, because water. What is it? Water Shuriken is a priority move.
Yeah.
It'd
So
just
is
be a
Ice
better
Shard.
ice shard. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it had priority. But
And it also like can attack multiple times. So like if you get good RNG, that shit can hit
Man,
hard.
when Konnor, real quick, remember when I hacked in that cloister with water shuriken
Water?
and
No,
you don't.
you're a fucking punk.
hold on, we're getting off topic of the superheroes. I really want to talk about this.
Okay.
Ooh.
So-
Ooh.
So
I got a good one.
One of the
or
things
bad
we were,
one.
one of the things we were talking about, because this topic had come up the other day, and we were like talking about terrible superheroes that already exist. We were saying we should all come up with our own superpowers that are really shitty.
Let's just go down the list. So we can all
Um,
get them in.
Konnor, do you have one?
Yeah, so I didn't come up with one until literally just like right before this started,
Okay.
because I saw a picture of a skeleton on one of someone's Snapchats, and it reminded me of something. Josh, you remember the story, right?
Let's
So in this thing that we used to write in middle school, Josh had a character who had the ability to he would have his bones pierce through the skin and like wrap around the skin to form like an armor, right?
Oh my gosh.
Which in itself sounds pretty fucking cool, right?
Okay.
Now imagine that happens, but the bone doesn't remain inside of the part that you are now armored with.
So you just turn into a fucking blobfish.
Yeah, so you become an
Just a
armored
transformer.
jelly. You become an armored jelly man.
That's hilarious.
You flipped my idea on my head.
So
Yeah.
bad Kimimaro.
Yeah, basically. Like the bone
Interesting.
doesn't extend the entire way. It just pops out, covers it, and now you're blob. You're like the thing from Monsters Inc. that falls down the sewer grate.
I mean, I guess if you could train it in a certain way, you could make it pop out real quick, and then you could like put it back away.
See,
I bet
the
you'd
idea.
have a mean fucking stiff arm.
Well, you'd
See,
also
the
have
idea-
a gash.
What about your skin? Does it like regenerate?
I
Or is
don't
it
know.
just a giant hole in your arm?
I
See-
didn't think
To
that
the
far ahead.
bone.
See, Konnor, when I first came up with that, my intention was, okay, the bone is just like taking part of itself and wrapping around. Like I imagined the bone was still there, but it was growing inside and stretching, like you know how putty stretches.
Yeah, so you had the bone retain, but like also like it just expanded rather than
So,
moving.
so what
Mine
is
is just
this
moving.
hero's name? Is it old Putty Bones or?
I like
Yeah, and the huge
Blobfish.
drawback was that
like
whatever
blobfish.
the idea was, the drawback that you sustained would actually break your bones.
Oh yeah, like if the bone takes damage while it's armoring you, it retains.
Yeah,
or
but it, like,
remains
freed up your-
damaged.
It like
wow.
whitened you as a person because the bones weren't weighing you down. It was weird.
Okay, so at the end of this, once everybody has said like their terrible superhero,
Battle.
if we could, actually that would be kind of
Fight
cool. Like
to
imagine
the
who would,
death.
We're gonna battle.
Oh,
We're
my
debate
guy's
who
gonna
would be the
lose
winner.
immediately.
So I was
So is mine.
What about Connor's guy?
I was thinking, like, oh, Connor's guy could like drop off a cliff and crush somebody or something.
He's like Kirby with the
Break
rock
his
sword.
arm.
It's not like he gains weight when he does
Break
this.
every bone in his body.
I don't
Well,
know,
the idea was that he
Well, it
would
wouldn't
what?
be every bone in his
But
body. It'd be
I
every
was-
bone on his body.
I want to think of like what this like if they were on a team, what would their team name be, And like, if someone ever drew this, I will pay for it. Like, drew all the heroes together.
It's called Fuck
So we got.
Crew.
All right, hold on. So what is your hero's name, Konnor?
It's Boner
Mikey
Boy.
said he likes blobfish.
I really like
Oh.
Blobfish.
Okay.
It's not Boner Boy. Fuck off.
It's Boner Boy.
That's actually. So
I
good, though.
openly refuse.
All right, let's hear Josh's.
All right, I told Konnor this earlier, along with Sean. Mine was that imagine that your pores are vacuums, all right, but the drawback is because your pores are now getting like stuff in it, you get like really bad acne. I wanted something that
man.
sounded kind of useful and niche, but with this big drawback.
Blackhead.
Get
Wait.
nasty.
So if you like if you used it to vacuum up a person, would you then have a person-sized pimple?
Pimp.
I didn't think too far into this. I just imagined like you could use it to house clean, but like God forbid it looked like you walked through a freaking grease factory by the end of it.
It's like you rubbed that greasy pizza all over your face.
Yeah, really. All right, what's its
Yikes.
name though?
I like Blackhead.
Suck.
Blackhead.
I do.
That's good.
Blackhead's good. All right, who's next?
Before we go to Dominic, I don't like imagining like you suck somebody up, and then like it's a giant zit, and then it pops, and then the person.
Oh, they just fall out?
The person just
Oh,
falls
ew.
out like covered in
Ew,
like.
ew, ew.
Oh man, imagine mixing.
Oh,
Dude,
I like the
imagine mixing
idea.
that with like regenerative healing, where like the skin starts to heal over it as soon as you sucks it in.
you just get a pimple on the back of your head.
Oh my
It's
god,
fucking
that sounds
Voldemort.
horrible.
You know,
That's
you
what
know I'm fucking
Professor
eating, right?
Quill's
You know,
powder.
fucking eating right.
I'm trying to enjoy
I
my
mean, at
pizza.
least you could probably suck like a small item in and then just carry it through somewhere.
Stop.
But
You like suck a knife into your face, right? And
The
then
human smuggler.
Die.
Spit it out.
someone comes at you, right? You just pop it, and the knife just flings out of your face.
Oh my god,
you just
yes.
pop it right out of your cheekbone.
Oh, that is nasty. That is disgusting. I hate pimples.
That is great.
Let's go to Dominic. I want to get off.
God
of this.
forbid you get
All
a
right,
butt pimple.
So I don't exactly have like an original one, but I know of a really, really shitty character.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, and I think he's called Color Kid. Yeah, his name is he's
Color
Color
Kid?
Kid. Okay, and his
Stop. His power is
The nemesis of
Stop
Konnor.
racism.
Stop racism.
oh god, I wish. Oh,
he was born in the 60s.
yeah. So okay, so his power is primarily to like change the color of anything, and that's really it.
Oh, Konnor, you're fucked.
Yeah, right.
Connor's
Yeah.
colorblind.
He's
Man,
invisible.
imagine writing down an evil plan and then just changing the ink to teal on a white piece of paper. Yeah, you're
God.
fucked, Konnor.
The thing is, he can also like be like a chameleon. It's not
Connor,
like he
quick,
doesn't
cut the red
transform
wire.
into a
He
chameleon.
changed the red wire.
This doesn't sound entirely useless.
But that's
Yeah.
a good. That's a good
What
thing.
if
though.
what if he changed? What if he walked into a room with like a bunch of bad guys, with guns or something, and they're at the fire, and he changed the color of the room to like incredibly bright neon yellow.
Checkmate. All those
Yeah.
guys that are trying to
He
shoot him are
quickly like
actually
kept like
colorblind.
tapping the wall to change it from like the red to blue seizure warning.
Oh yeah, what if he just like fucking sees somebody out?
Dude.
All right, so we're
Turns
just
out
turning
every
Color
criminal
Kid
has
into a
epilepsy.
fucking maniac. All right.
Color Kid's Color Kid's
Hell yeah.
fucked.
Color Kid's cool. All right.
Color Kid is basically the human flashbang.
Yeah, right.
Unfortunately,
Jesus.
Color Kid you said Color Kid isn't original.
No, he isn't original now.
Damn it! Don't include
Either
me,
that or
Colin.
Strobe Boy.
Don't include me.
Strobe boy.
Okay, Chris, do you have one? Because we kind of threw you in here like 10 minutes before we started.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of do. I got the idea. There's an episode in South Park, right?
Okay.
And basically, the episode, in the beginning, somebody just like shits in the urinal, and Mr. Mackey's just like, okay, this is not funny, okay, this is serious, and he starts like trying to get the fucking
This
police
is not
involved.
alright. I'm cool.
Yeah, he starts getting the police involved in shit, and they just like
That
can't
episode was
figure it out.
literally on not that long ago.
Yeah, and so Josh, since I think you've seen it,
I have.
do you know the Hardly Boys?
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
basically,
no.
the Harley boys.
Yeah, I smell a clue.
I have a raging hard clue. It's going this way now. Basically, the Harley boys, their whole thing was, they get clues, and it's very magical of how they get them. Except it's very fucking obvious that it's just their raging hard erections pointing at each other, and then they're like, okay, let's go follow that clue. So what if you're just like a detective, yeah, and you're like in the middle of trying to solve it, and once you get a clue, you just get a
Detective Dick.
Oh my god! You could be the best detective,
His
but
name
God
is
forbid,
Compass.
God forbid,
He's got the dick.
God forbid, you can never go up on speech and be like, "I know who did it. Who did it?" Points towards the
Boing.
guy in the wrong way.
Oh my gosh. Ew.
I mean, like, the superpower gonna be used for good, like 100%, but that'd bring so much divining rod, Matt. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Oh no, Konnor
divining
said
rod.
that.
That's what
Oh,
I
you
said.
did?
Yeah, Konnor
Okay,
said
well, I
that.
redirect that. Shut the fuck up to Konnor then.
I really like the name Compass.
Compass is really
Compass.
Yeah. Detective Dick Compass.
Detective. Alright. Can I go next?
good. So
Yeah.
yeah, let's go, Alyssa.
Okay, mine's really stupid
Okay.
compared to all these other ones. It was I really just thought of like what would the worst thing be, like what would be the most useless, and it's just you can detach all your limbs, and that's it.
Oh, that would
You
not.
can't reattach them. You can just attach
There's
them.
actually, there's actually
Yeah.
Become a fucking broken
That
Lego.
would be the that
I
would literally
really
be
like
the
that.
worst.
Hold on, there's actually a superhero that exists already like that. Hold on.
Yeah, Mikey.
Well-
I was gonna save this for when we were talking about the worst superpowers that exist. Arm fall off boy is what she was talking.
boy.
So
Arm
Alyssa,
fall
No,
off
this was
boy was.
my original idea. It's
What-
literally you
No, no,
just
no.
detach
So-
any of your limbs, and then
how, what's the logistics in this? Are they like Legos?
there is none. No, they're just your arms and stuff.
Does it
You
just,
gotta
like-
detach
but like
them.
when you
Is it
detach
like
it, are you
like
going
when you
to
rip a
profusely
piece of
bleed?
clay off of something and it just sort of goes?
Yeah, I like to
Yeah.
imagine it makes
Yeah.
suction cup sounds.
Yeah, it
Can you
does.
like attach it to other people? Do you
Suction
suffer
boy.
horrible?
Oh.
Like every time you do, do
Yeah,
you suffer pain?
Yo, Mr. Mix and Match. He can take off his
No,
limbs and other
I-
people's limbs and put them on each other.
What
Oh
I
my God,
imagined
okay,
was
let's
like
Mr. Potato Head.
what I imagined was that you could like point your arm at someone and just like shoot it at them.
What,
So
Blitzcrank?
yeah,
Except it doesn't come back.
If you gave someone like,
His name
Yeah.
will
what if
be
you just ripped your
Ejector.
So
arm
you gotta
off,
be
put it
really
on someone, and they now
resourceful.
have your nervous system on that arm?
So you have 2 shots and you're done.
no, well you can do it.
Yeah, your
Ooh.
legs.
Okay, I've got his name.
Dick.
What is it? Hold on, he's typing.
Wait, how do you spell that?
I would love to help you, but
How do you spell conquer?
CONQ.
OR?
Yeah.
How do you spell it?
Wow, this is really showing.
It's UOR.
Conqueror. Conqueror.
No.
Oh, no,
Okay,
no,
so
you just
so
want
conquer
conquer.
was right. I was right in how to spell it. It just looks wrong.
Yeah, I like.
Divide and conquer.
At Mikey.
Divide and conquer.
I like this. I like the idea of this character. I feel like they're really close to Arm Fall Off Boy, but even worse.
Yeah,
Hmm.
exactly.
Who the fuck is Arm Fall Off Boy?
Arm
Yeah, I don't
Fall
even
Off
know
Look
who
it
that
up.
is either.
I pulled up his wiki.
Look it up.
Arm
He's
Fall
a
Off
wiki.
Oh, is this an actual superhero?
This is an actual.
Yes!
This is an actual DC superhero. Arm
See,
Fall Off
but
Boy
he-
And they
tried to-
named him. Okay.
He tried to enlist as a member of the Legion of Superheroes at the first Legion tryout, and he was the first Legion reject. He has the ability to detach his own limbs, which he can then use as blunt weapons.
Can he like reattach them?
Ew.
Dude, can
It's
they
like
do
in
they
the forest
work?
when we chop off a leg and just start beating the
can
cannibals with it.
I believe
Ew.
Like when they're
Peep
detached, do
this
they
image.
still work?
Peep this image.
look up Arm Fall Out Boy.
It says plorp when he rips his arm off.
It's a sound
Why
effect.
is he wearing ribbed condom gloves?
I'm pretty sure it's just a skin.
That is ribbed condom gloves.
Oh wait, no, it is. Ew, what the fuck?
He's combined with Pimple Man.
I don't know, the way it looks, the way like the comic is drawn and like the colors and whatnot. It looks like his everything
Kinda
everything
a
just looks like
dickhead,
his skin
too.
except for the unitard.
Yeah, he kind of has like a dick-shaped head too.
We're keeping a distance.
Oh, I gotta turn you
We're
up,
on
Konnor, a little quiet.
quarantine.
Oh, my mic is like really far
We
away.
stay all alone,
Sorry.
Okay.
for friends in the time of need.
So okay,
What the hell?
I really enjoy your idea, Alyssa.
Thank you.
I'm very excited to hear Matt's.
It was
Okay.
really original.
So I wanted to think of something that was seemingly useless, and it sounds real stupid. I got a name for him already. He's an Australian man, and his code name
Oh, he came
is
over.
Bushman.
Bushman.
Okay.
He's Bushman, mate. He has retractable hair.
What?
Yeah, he has retractable
Can it
hair.
like stretch?
Like
Can you like choke someone out
so,
with your hair?
depending on how long he grows his hair, is how much hair he can like push back out.
Where does it go?
Have you
It retracts into him.
have you ever seen the show Shaolin Showdown, Matt?
Yes.
Do you remember the Tangle web comb?
Yes.
Yeah, that's immediately what I thought of.
So the reason I call him Bushman is he has so much hair, and it's like really, really like sort of, how would you call it, like bushy.
Matted and unkept.
Well, no, I wouldn't be mad at because like it goes straight when it goes in, and when it comes out, it's just sort of kinky.
Oh, okay.
But like since there's so much all over him because he's never cut his hair, he can just like retract it instead, so saving money. He can literally just like with the suit that he wears, roll up into a ball and look like a tumbleweed. So it's like camouflage.
Matt, I have a question about this superhero.
Okay.
So, say there was hair on a different part of your body. Can you move that hair to a different part of your body?
So
Or is
you
it
got
just one
30
way?
You got 30% on your legs, 20% on your head, and then you just take 10% from your legs.
And if so, does it retain the natural shape
Mm.
that it had on the other part of the body?
Well, I'd imagine that the hair on your head is different than the hair on like the rest of your body. Like usually. Usually, yeah.
Well, you said that it's only retractable, so I don't imagine you can retract it and place it somewhere else.
Well, I mean, if it's going inside you, I mean, I don't know why not. I mean, he's a fictional character. I can make him do whatever I want, but in the sense
Man,
that
I'm
it's
really
a useless
enjoying
power,
Class C3
no,
right now.
it can't.
Imagine all of the Just imagine all the fucking ingrown hairs this guy probably has. Doing this. Him and Blackhead will get along fine.
Yeah, right.
If you were to tell
I
somebody,
just
'cause
don't like
honestly,
that name.
I didn't listen to it, so thank you, Alyssa, for actually giving it a definition.
Yeah. I'm working
But
on it.
yeah, if you just told somebody, yeah, no, there's a superhero called Blackhead, it's not gonna end well.
I didn't even think about that.
Really?
I didn't even think about
I'm pretty
that.
sure that's why Josh doesn't like the name very much.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's a little tasteless.
All right, how
It's a little,
about Pimple
it's a little
Popper?
dicey.
So
Dr.
that's what.
Pimple Popper.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's
That's
do that.
copyrighted.
Yeah, I know.
Dr. Pimple Popper.
Let's just
Alright,
name
how
him-
about
let's
just
name him
Dr.
fucking
Pimple?
Disgusting. Who are you? Disgusting.
I'm just
Me
gonna
too.
put Dr. Pimple.
I'm gonna suck you up into my fucking pore now.
My face.
Who's that? Oh, he's disgusting.
Wait, where's the crooks? Give me a second. Pop.
How about Pus Sucker?
Pus. Ew,
That's what they call me.
Pus control.
Pus control. I'm gonna put
Good
Dr.
old Boyle Bobby.
Big dislike, big dislike, big dislike.
I like Boyle Bobby.
The bouncing boil.
Bouncing
Bobby
Boyle.
Boyle.
That's one of my favorite episodes, Chris.
I know. It's
Oh.
so
You know what his ultimate move is?
What's that?
Doctor.
I don't know you. That's my purse.
Is that a King of the Hill joke?
It is
Yes, it
King of the
was.
Hill.
Yes.
Okay. I've never seen King of the Hill before.
You make a lot of King of the Hill jokes.
Hmm?
You make King of the Hill jokes all the time, though. Not all the time,
Well-
but like when we do.
I know, like, the basic ones, like, do I look like I know what a JPEG is?
Do I look like I know what a
I
JPEG
just want a picture
is?
of a goddamn hot dog.
Okay, so we changed the name. He is no longer a name that can be taken out of context and appear very racist. I didn't even realize.
I didn't think it was because like
I mean, it's not
if he
technically.
was
I
if he was
can't-
black, yeah,
it wasn't
maybe
meant
it's
to.
it's
It
racist.
wasn't meant to be.
I just imagined it as I don't know.
Black-
The
like the-
blackheads, yeah.
Like the really gross pimples.
Stop.
That I have?
So I got one. I got a pretty good thing.
Oh wait, hold on.
So
what about Mikey's?
Yeah, look at-
oh,
All
I
right,
didn't realize Mikey hadn't gone yet.
So
And consider
my
it.
secret.
I'm
is
excited.
He can fly, right?
Uh-huh.
That's his power. He can fly, but only when he cries.
Oh. So it rains when he flies.
You just
Why?
feel it's a clear sky. You see a man flying above you, and seconds later, you just feel this little drip.
He's just
Mr.
weeping.
Blues.
I just like the idea of someone flying. There's like a building on fire, and like just someone on the top floor, and they're like, who will save them?
Wait,
Look, there he is.
Mike,
And
do
then
you
it's-
think the faster he flies, or the
Rain
higher he
Cloud.
flies,
It's the
louder he
weeping
has to weep?
angel.
I just like I said, I'll get to that in a second, Chris. But I just like to imagine this is look, there he is, and you're like, wait a minute, and
Stormy Daniel.
He'll put out that fire.
I'm here to save you.
Stormy Daniel. That's copyrighted.
Just give me a second.
It was a
do you want to wipe your tears? No.
Do you want to die?
We don't have time.
What's his name, Mike?
Why do you have to spell compass like that?
Because that just makes the
Because
most
he's a
sense.
pee-pee man.
What's his name?
Compass.
Yeah.
C-U-M.
No. What's
P-A-S-S.
I called him the weeping angel.
Aw.
I called him Stormy Daniel.
I said rain cloud, but that's
Like Stormy Daniels, if you know who that is.
I think Weeping Angel's good.
I was
That
trying
may
to-
also be copywritten.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of something I could use in the terms of like the word fly. So I was thinking like cry high and stuff like that.
I love that movie.
This is what he's going to be
Sky
called in Boston. Hey, look, it's the gliding pussy.
Oh, there's a Pokemon.
Yo, there's a Hippothos in the podcast chat.
Oh yeah, we have in our server we have Pokemon that spawn and you can catch them. And Matt is currently trying to catch. What is it?
Hippo.
No, it's a Hippothos.
Hippopotas.
Hippopotas.
That's it. But I'm not sure. Maybe just Crybaby.
Oh, I called him gliding pussy.
no.
I also just want to elaborate on the Cry High thing. Can you imagine it's just like all the rejects that didn't get into Sky High, and because of that, they've been diagnosed with depression, and all they do is just sit there
That's
and
where
cry.
all of these guys go. Cry high.
True.
How the fuck does a slime kid get into Cry High? Also,
As a sidekick.
Good old
I just
Crying.
thought of another one since Michael
I have
brought.
another one.
I just said Michael since Mikey brought this up, or because I saw the name Divide and Conquer in the podcast chat, and that made me think of Slippery When Wet. So I just pictured like this, like a man who cries, except his tears basically like puddle up like really fucking bad, and then they just flash freeze.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Dude.
now that we've talked about our heroes, what should their team name be?
Like I said, fuck.
Fuck crew.
Man, this is one great. This is
Devil's
one great.
Rejects.
I mean, that ain't a bad one.
That's a bad movie. Don't watch it.
I actually
Bad as in like, you know what I mean.
not for children audience, got it. But I watched it as a child.
Exactly.
Man, what
Uh,
would this team name be?
Fucking, I have no clue. What do you call a team
You
of the
know,
worst heroes
there's-
imaginable other
there's-
than the Justice League?
Oh,
Sloppy
Blob-
seconds.
There's Blobfish, Divide and Conquer, Bushman, and then like the only one that doesn't have to do with like some sort of bodily function is Color Kid, and even then,
Color Kid's not even technically a part of.
I put him
Team, 'cause-
strobe boy.
Speed.
Supreme team.
Oh yeah, that's a perfect name for him.
Dude, we just got the B tier bitches.
B tier bitches. The
Can't
B
go
team.
promoting. You can't go promoting your team name with a bad word children can't say.
It's B team.
Yeah,
A team, and then there's B
I mean,
team.
B
I
team
mean, you
bitches,
could-
B team
you
for
could-
short.
You could somewhat make this the equivalent of Suicide Squad, where it's definitely not for kids.
no.
Oh no,
it's
yeah,
because they're the
it's
repulsive
a Suicide
rejects.
Squad because
Because
they'll
they're gonna
die.
be rejects.
Suicide.
Matt, say what you just said.
Oh no, I said they're all disgusting. So it's a Suicide Squad because they're probably all gonna kill themselves.
Not what I was thinking. The thing about what's their name?
They're what, the repulsive rejects?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
He
pretty
came up
good.
with it, so I want you to. Repulsive rejects is perfect. I wanted to shift a little bit to like some actual in canon, like Marvel DC heroes that are garbage.
I mean, fall off.
Oh.
Boy was mine, but that was already established.
So I guess this is the part where we start talking about New Warriors.
Well, we'll get to them. I want to get this is because I was doing
I
some
think
research.
the majority of the new Warriors are actually pretty.
I was doing some research into some really bad superheroes. I found one that is my new favorite. His
Oh,
name
boy.
Is it Weldon or the guy who welds dogs onto people?
That's a pretty good one actually.
What?
His name is I Scream.
Ice.
Wait, is that the guy who's a door?
Nope, he's EYE dash Scream.
Got the thing for
I hate you. What is he?
He appeared once. He appeared once in a comic book. His mutant power is to transform himself into any ice cream flavor.
What? Like he physically becomes ice cream, or does he just taste like
He
it?
just tastes like it.
What?
That's not a power. That's fucking stupid.
I mean, I guess it'd be really good if you wanted to get head.
Wait, hold on. I'm looking this up. Remember how-
As no, I'm just
you
kidding.
remember I was talking about Wraith the other day?
Yeah, the Invisiskin.
Wraith is a hero who whose skin can become invisible. There's apparently another person who could do that named Glob Herman.
Glob.
Is that his given name, or is that something that he chose?
I don't know. I believe it's his given name.
Fuck his parents, you know. No, it's a fictional character and everything, but
Mom,
you know.
why'd you name me Glob? It's a family name. Your grandfather's name was Glob.
I was doing heroin at the time and watching a lot of Adventure Time.
Oh, champ.
God.
Lumpy space princess.
Honestly, my favorite is the kid who blows himself up. Like his superpower is that he can explode, but only once because he dies because of it.
How does he know?
Exactly. I'm still confused as to how he knows he has that power and how he knows he dies.
I don't know. Maybe his
That's
brother had
true.
it or something.
Yeah, like I have to assume it's like a. That's what my dad said. He's like, yeah, maybe like a family member had it and he just blew up.
But it was just a case of like spontaneous combustion. He just doesn't have powers.
There's a
Like,
this one's labeled under bad superheroes, but like it's all right. I'll put the sources that where I found all of this stuff in the description.
okay. Good plan.
His name is
Excuse me.
Tag.
Okay.
His power is he tags people, which causes them to emit a signal that makes everyone else run away.
Does he have it himself?
Forcibly?
I guess they all forcibly just run away.
Huh. How?
There's probably ways you could use it.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, there's ways, like I don't know, if there's like a hostage or something, and you tag the hostage, but then they can just turn around and shoot him. It doesn't mean.
No, what you do is you tag the person who's on the hostage situation, so they're forced to like, oh shit, I gotta get out of here, and they run out of the building or away from the hostage.
No, that's what I'm saying. If you tag the hostage, everyone around the hostage has to run away. But then, like, they can just turn around and shoot the hostage, and Tag himself is forced to just run. And even then, why don't they just shoot Tag?
So what happens if he tags himself and then just runs by like a bunch of people standing next to the subway train?
Oh my god!
Oh.
Like that's a way to get a kill counter.
Bloodthirsty.
Killing spree.
No. Like if you use a
Let me
villain,
tell you,
you
that
just-
train ain't making a stop. Because the person as he's driving by is like, I gotta get away. I can't stop.
like you do that type of shit on like because can you untag something?
I guess he can. I guess he can untag it. I would assume.
Right. So imagine you're like a supervillain. You have this power, and no one can understand why. You just like tag yourself or someone in a crowded place, and like everyone just starts running. Right, causes mass panic, and you can just get people trampled and just cause like chaos constantly.
Oh my god.
It's a much better villain power
Yeah,
than
I
it is like
agree.
anything
It
else.
definitely should be a villain thing. Because then you
Better
could just
yet-
put it on a superhero.
Better yet, it would be even better. You strap a bomb to somebody and then you tag them.
You're it.
Even better if it's a toddler.
Oh.
Dude, if we're going villain, like
Yeah, you wouldn't realize how many crappy superheroes actually have really good powers for villains.
Okay, what about Long Neck? This is another one we discussed the other day.
yeah.
Long Neck, he's a mutant whose neck is very long.
That's it.
That's it.
You ever think that
that like an
giraffes have that long
Yeah, there's
neck
like a TikTok
because they want to be
guy.
able to put ranch
Whatever.
onto the leaves?
What?
Let me tell you, he can reach top shelf with
Yeah.
his mouth.
There's like that really
That's
like
true.
he looks basically like worse than anorexic.
Oh,
And his name's like Dat Longneck.
yeah, long neck.
And then he
Okay.
partnered up with like Dat Thickneck or something.
So,
Mikey.
real quick. So I'm looking at the Long Neck wiki. Long Neck, Jonah Van Helsing, is the 102nd member of the X-Men because he wasn't in many issues. Because he wasn't in many issues, not much is known about him, except that he died quickly because shortly after he joined M-Day arrived and he lost his powers. But because of his neck trying to revert back to normal, his neck snapped and he died.
How?
That's so sad.
Imagine
Also-
if someone stretched your head out.
So I really like the idea. Like, what if he could control the length of his neck like at will? I just picture him like a spring-loaded knife, except with a headbutt.
Yeah, I also imagine that you probably leave yourself open to some big attacks when you stretch out your neck like that. Because again, it's your neck.
Dude, you just bow your head, apologize,
Oh.
and then you spring load your neck and you hit him in the head with your head.
Well, I'm looking at this.
Ah.
His powers and abilities. Extremely long.
Oh.
6 feet neck.
6 feet?
He can look.
Did you?
He can,
Oh.
he can wrap around people and throw them with his neck.
Please look in the podcast chat.
That's hyphy. In podcast stuff?
Yeah.
Instead of a
Oh, this
giraffe with
one.
a broken
This
neck.
one. This one.
Yeah, apparently
Aw.
giraffes' necks can like crack
Oh.
and they get hooked.
Like that.
Oh.
And I just imagine
That makes me sad.
because you said don't get of my giraffe putting ranch on leaves. That was the joke I made. No one got it.
No, I've never seen that picture before.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't like the idea of giraffes with hurt necks. That's their whole shtick.
That's true. Like, what are they without?
They
their necks?
long boys.
They're like the mammal version of stick bugs.
I forgot. I don't even. I've never actually seen a stick bug.
Really?
Really?
Never seen
Really?
one.
So you've never watched Bugs Life?
That's not what I meant, Josh.
I think he meant a real one.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Josh, I've also seen an alien when I watched Paul. You want to count that?
Sure, why not?
Just because Simon Pegg isn't from here doesn't mean you get to call him an alien.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
That's fucking funny.
But yeah, Mike, didn't you say who was gonna get rated the best shitty superpower?
Oh yeah, let's rate them. Which one is the best worst superhero?
Definitely mine.
Yours doesn't count. It's not original.
The best
Mine?
Also,
worst?
it's the best worst.
How
So
does mine not count?
I thought you said it wasn't original.
It is original. That came from me.
Oh,
Dominic said that his isn't original.
Yeah.
Mine is I thought of that. He just shoots out his arms and shit, or he could just shoot out his hand, or just fingers.
I forgot
Doesn't
about.
matter.
I forgot.
That is the world's worst magic trick. I just imagine your finger in a girl and you pull
Exactly.
your hand out. You
Alright,
don't have a finger.
Where does it
Whoa,
go?
where did it
takes
go?
the term finger
Check
guns.
behind your ear.
It takes the term finger guns and makes it very literal.
Okay. Not being biased towards yourself. Each of
Just
us
saying.
vote.
The absolute worst one.
The
Alright,
worst
okay,
one?
okay,
Obviously, blobfish.
Yeah, blobfish is the worst.
Yeah.
Aw,
Because
come
it's just
on.
Use
it's
my
just a
own
power that
idea.
doesn't work.
That's
it
not
just-
even original either. That's Josh's idea.
Well, no.
yeah,
I
but
mean,
he put a twist on it.
it's Josh's idea, except I made it work not well.
I'm just saying mine's
I just like to imagine.
100%
I like to
original.
imagine
Also,
he
that idea
creates
is-
a giant bone ball around himself and uses his blobby. Uses the.
Can he be like a hamster
That's what I was thinking.
in a ball?
Yeah, like I just kind of imagine, like, I mean, if you actually wanted to do something, you could take all the bones from your hand, put them on the outside, and then you just like you don't really need your hand to like move to just encase it in a fist shape.
Yeah, no, the more I'm thinking about Bushman, the more that I think he could be pretty good at hiding himself as well.
Well,
Oh.
'Cause-
I don't
'Cause
really
what
he-
understand
if he was a
Bushman.
redhead?
Like,
Retractable hair. Okay, so
yeah, but it would take you years to grow hair out that long.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's been doing it his whole life.
he's been doing it his whole life.
Oh man, can you
How
imagine
old
if
is
he was
he?
near one
He's like
fire?
a 29-year-old
Done.
Australian man.
Okay.
Imagine him
That
facing
makes-
off against Wolverine.
Because like,
Bush-
there's also the whole thing
Bushman
of,
will
like,
win.
with enough hair, you can buffer blows.
Okay, well, out
Like
of
a
these,
hair
all of
wall.
these heroes, who would
Blob-
win?
blob-
Like, if they were all
Oh,
in a fight.
if they were
Who would
fighting.
win?
Okay, if they were
Yeah, if they
fighting.
would all had to fight.
Well, I'm telling
I
you,
mean-
Dick Detective loses instantly.
Telling like Dr. Pimple, depending
I have
on
a
how
move, I think
strong
that I'm gonna lose.
the pores
Oh.
are, if they can suck up everything,
Like if they can
Yeah.
suck it up and
Yeah.
condense it down to a
Is it like 13 from My Hero? Except instead of a black hole, it's
Is it like Kirby, but every single pore is Kirby?
Yeah, I imagine each pore holds one thing. Like if you were trying to make it good, then yeah, he could probably minimize it down to hold it in there as like its own little personal chamber. But if you want to talk about horrible, if it can't fit, it can't fit.
No, I'm literally just thinking like a normal person, and he can do that, but his like skin like grows, so it like holds it, but it just looks like there's a
It
chair in
looks
your face.
terrible. Oh god.
I feel like Bushman might win.
I don't think so at all.
I think it really
Why?
depends on the color of Bushman's hair.
I could just shoot my arm at you.
I think
you're
divide and
dead.
conquer,
How
but
is that
you
gonna
gotta
do
make
anything?
the shots count. You gotta make each shot count, or else
Exactly.
you're fucked.
Exactly.
No, you can shoot your
just
arm, but like, what is the
Okay, I
propulsion?
literally
Dude, all
point
of
my
you
finger
on
at your
the
heart,
right.
and I
Uh-huh.
shoot it, and it
What-
goes through your heart, and you're
What
dead.
a
So-
hero!
It
What
works
does
like a
Bushman
gun.
do though? Like, do you whip your hair back and forth like Willow Smith?
Do you
Oh,
Cinderella?
okay, so you know why lions have manes, right?
No.
Yeah, it's to
No.
soften impacts.
It's literally to stop them from dying from being bitten in the neck. So like matted hair like that can legitimately like
Well, you're
stop.
not a lion, so.
Will
Oh,
you-
like
will
that,
you stop
like that one
me?
lady who had her weave stop a bullet.
Mhm.
Okay, but Matt, you know how you said you could put yourself in a tumbleweed? What if? How do you breathe?
He's got the suit.
What suit?
Yeah, he's got a suit.
You never said that.
You
Right?
did.
You
he
can
did.
also not shoot your fingers like a legitimate gun.
No, he said he had a suit.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't
You did
hear
say
that
yeah,
part,
that's
I'm
sweet.
sorry.
I was like, yeah,
Alright,
he can
fine,
like
whatever.
roll
I
up.
feel like Blobfish could win. If
If everyone gave up, yeah, probably.
if he used where he uses his bones and armor, if like can he move all the bones to the same spot? Like if he wanted just
Yeah.
I mean, well, how can he
the
though?
bones,
Because,
the
like,
bones come out, or like, I don't. I'm wondering if you could he.
is he gonna be using the bones themselves as like to propel him in
I
different
was-
directions, or
So-
like?
So
I was
like,
just thinking the bone came out and just like went over top of where it already
yeah,
was.
I don't think he'd be able to move like
Because like
relocate
his
No.
muscles aren't gonna be attached, so like,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's just gonna be a fucking blob.
Well, that's
and
why
like,
it's called blobfish.
I'm imagining a really, really, really bad a really bad team, or it's actually a kind of good team combo of like Cry and Glide and
and blobfish.
and Blobfish.
Oh
Like,
my god, what if you
It's
just
pure
dropped
confusion.
blobfish on?
him dropping Blobfish and Blobfish putting all of his bones to the bottom of him, so they crush whoever that he lands on.
or hear me out. Instead of just putting it all to the bottom, he actually gets like instead of just doing like a flat surface on the bottom of him, instead he pierces it. So like he actually just
Oh
like
my God,
falls
it's
down
a
super
spear.
fast.
He just makes a spike.
Yeah,
And then again,
yeah,
with all
yeah.
that force, you break your bones, and then when they
Yeah,
retract,
he would break his bones, then he'd retract.
I
them.
feel like
That's, yeah.
I feel like you would break your bones in the first scenario too,
Well,
but this
if
way
he's-
it just makes
if he
it
can
so much
mend his-
cooler.
If he can mend or if he can shape his bones, I would assume he could probably fix all his broken bones as well.
No, that's the condition. That's what makes him bad. And
That's
when
the
and when
yeah.
something
See, if you
hits
like
it,
bend,
it
all,
breaks.
like you have to know the amount of stress that these powers have. Like, what is their breaking point?
I thought
I
what
don't
makes him
know.
bad is the fact
It's
that
a
he just
bone.
becomes I
A
thought what makes him
blobfish.
I mean,
What
what
if
if he?
Bushman can make a whip out
Yeah,
of his
like
hair?
after he breaks all of his bones, he's just a blobfish.
Stop
I mean,
from
what
making
if,
them
like,
good.
What if like
We're
he
not making them
had
good.
like an insane
the
amount
whole
of
point.
calcium? So
Ugh.
He
At
just
peak,
drinks a lot of milk.
at
See,
peak worst.
that could be his that could
that's
be a
his
good thing.
kryptonite.
He's
Yeah,
like-
if he doesn't get enough calcium.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
his
actually make a case for
kryptonite.
Compass.
His
He's
What if
like-
he
kryptonite
uses
is like
He does
Popeye.
Kegels.
Guys, let's make a case for
Throwback.
Compass. What if he uses his detective skills to find out how to win?
True.
Point me
could
to
just,
the
like-
weakness.
His detective skills see the future, so he knows where to be.
He takes his
Can
dick out,
he?
and as soon as he takes it out, he gets crushed by blobfish.
Can he like stretch
He
his
gets
dick?
Compass
Dude, while
takes
everyone
one
is
look at
focusing-
Strobe Boy and he goes, I think I'm in trouble.
he gets whipped.
Oh.
By
What were you saying, Alyssa?
Can he like stretch his dick? Can he just like use it as a weapon?
No.
No.
It's just whatever size he gets at birth is that.
It's just
Oh,
a
that
dick.
sucks. What if you don't have like a 4-inch?
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah, dude. If you stuck with a 4, I don't know what to tell him. That's unlucky.
We call that one a stinger.
All right.
I just like to imagine Cry and Glide is more of a support, and on.
I
his
like
own,
to
he
imagine
doesn't really do anything.
In this world of League of Legends.
I like to imagine if there's any character that would probably win this, it would come down to probably a stalemate between Bushman and Cry and Glide, because if the others go out, like Cry and Glide, all he could fly, he can still drop people from huge heights,
That's what
and
I'm
he'd be
thinking.
crying if he gets hurt.
Yeah,
I
but
imagine.
he can only do it when he's sad.
Yeah, exactly. So if he gets hit
when
and the
he's sad,
pain
he's
is,
crying.
When he's
Yeah.
crying. He could just
Okay,
be a really good actor.
Yeah, he can try.
He
He can
could-
force himself to cry. I can do that.
he just
Do it right
pinches
now.
himself. He gives
Do
himself.
it right
You
now.
can't see me.
You won't. I want to.
I imagine the only person who could survive a drop from his freaking thing would be Bushman, because he could just
Push the
tumbleweed
No,
on
dude,
impact.
I'll shoot out all of my limbs, right?
block. This isn't you.
and then I'll just as a little army. Then I'll.
Yeah,
Wait,
Alyssa
you're
shoots out
saying
her
you're-
limbs, and then her
That
limbs
can't
grow limbs.
reattach.
So wait, Alyssa, you're saying your appendages are then conscious
Yes.
from being
Yes.
disembarked?
The
Yes.
So
limbs grow
I'm cousin
limbs.
It, and you're the hand
Huh?
I like
from the
she-
Addams
She
family.
doesn't know Addams family.
Yeah. No.
All right, your baby.
Okay. Sorry.
Um,
Just saying.
I think it's a perfect team.
That's why it's called Divide and Conquer,
Let's start it
because
here.
I divide and we all conquer.
Let's start
Start an
it.
animated series.
Mikey, it's
Please,
C3.
Let's start an animated series based around these heroes.
It's gonna
I
be
will
an
literally
animated
draw
series, but
them.
it's gonna be all in
I'll be the
Microsoft.
voice of Bushman.
Gonna be in
Everyone will
Microsoft.
gonna
voice
be-
their characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Oh god, I make a mean blobfish.
Oh shit! Does that mean Divide and
Damn it.
Conquer can shoot at titties?
Why do I get to voice my guy then?
You
I like to just shoot me
You're
nipples at
Dr.
people.
Pimple, bro.
No, I'm not.
No, he's Dick Detective.
Compass.
Oh.
He's
I thought that was
Compass.
Josh. No, I thought that was Josh talking.
I could,
You know what? Actually, Divide and Conquer would always get free food.
Just saying.
Because if you could like remove stuff, you could remove a whole fingernail
Ugh.
Yeah.
and then just pop it back on.
There's a whole JoJo character based on shooting your fingernails like bullets.
Ooh.
Who,
There you go. I'm just on a whole nother
so
level.
we're at about an hour and 5 minutes. So I was thinking to like wrap this up. Who would be the team leader?
Compass.
Yeah, I think Compass.
Yeah,
actually.
probably Compass.
Because he
He's like
he
the
has
Sherlock Holmes.
he's the only person with a strong sense of erection.
And end it.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you, Matt. Okay.
What a zinger!
Well, this has been a Summer Team podcast.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.